Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope all is well. Happy almost June. I can't believe we are already in the mid-year. I'm really happy to have you here. My name is MJ. Welcome to my Creative Intuition Tarot. So this will be a June 2022 general reading for your sign. And as always, please listen to your intuition and take the messages as they resonate, as they feel relevant for you, okay? If you interpret the messages or the cards in a different way than I do, that's absolutely fine, okay? As long as the messages make sense to you because you know your situation best at all times, okay? A few words about the spread that you are going to see in the center. That will be you, because you are in the center of our attention in this reading. This is your predominant energy in the month of June, a major theme, okay? The surrounding cards that you will see around that central card will represent the associated energies. Those may be events, people. Then cards on the right from the spread will be from the bottom of the deck, and on the left from the top of the deck, and they will adapt to your story that you will see in the central spread, but may also represent a separate additional events and messages, okay? And with that said, if you like the way I read cards, or if you just, I hope you do, and if you also spend good time here, I am warmly inviting you to subscribe, leave a like, a comment. I always say that it's a huge creative and spiritual pleasure to be doing those readings for you, and I hope that you enjoy them as much as I do, okay? So with all that said, let's get to your messages for June 2022. Enjoy. Hi Leo, here are your messages for June 2022. I have 18 cards on the table for you, out of which 6 is major arcana. And as you know, they represent extraordinary events, plot twists in our life. We have healing for you, we have regaining your power, something like regaining your territory, there's growth, and there's working on financial or widely understood material gains for some of you, okay? So let's see what exactly we have for you, Leo. In the center of your spread, we have the Seven of Pentacles. That is the card of patience, typically. When the seeds have been planted and now it's time to nurture them, to wait until they sprout. This is often a test of our patience, test of our determination, test of our commitment. And in this deck, it also highlights the fear of failure specifically, okay? That is why this may be very confusing. It just says failure here, but it's failure, fear of failure, okay? And it seems to be confirmed by the Seven of Swords here, which is crowning your spread. The Seven of Swords speaks of futility. It's like uselessness, can be lies, deception, can be backstabbing. For me, the Seven of Swords is... it's my self-sabotage card, okay? Like where you give yourself this negative self-talk, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, etc. For some of you with the Emperor to the right, I strongly picked up that this may indicate a father figure influence, or perhaps someone who has been very tough and demanding towards you no matter how hard you tried, maybe a boss, or an institution of some kind, and that put you into that negative thought that you're not good enough, not worthy. With the Princess of Cups, which is the page energy at the root of your spread, your fear of failure may be rooted in your childhood. It may be the inner child of yours where it is located and where it requires healing, okay? Now, you are really putting very diligent effort into overcoming this fear, because slowly it's like you draw wider and wider circles, right? When you look at this card, wider and wider circles in the sand. It's like expanding your territory, regaining power, okay? You may be feeling like a lonely wolf, okay, with the Strength card. It's like your quest, and you transform as you progress. And you can see this little butterfly here. The wolf is the teacher medicine. You may want to check out the meaning of wolf, animal spirit, but with the moon, you tune into your instincts and you allow your inner compass, that inner wisdom, to guide you. You allow it to come to the surface instead of suppressing it. Here with the Seven of Swords, you allow it to actually speak. And we have the Hierophant later, I'm sorry, in the story. So it seems to confirm that. Okay. Um, Strength is your card, Leo. Okay, so I do feel you're tuning into your element and that inner voice, reconnecting with yourself. Okay, and that's very powerful. And in this deck, the Emperor is presented as a young person, like a teenager, and with this lamb that accompanies him. You know, it really makes me think of the Little Prince. He had his lamp in like the drawing box, right? And remember what I said about your inner child. It really feels to me that you are slowly bringing yourself back to the throne where you belong, okay? It's like your inner child is no longer suppressed. Um, and with the dolphin spirit in the Princess of Cups here, it's like your inner child regains its freedom, playfulness, it's joyous. There is this pure innocent heart and limitless imagination and creativity. But it comes as a result of this healing and regaining power and um, expanding on your territory. This is in your base. It's like perhaps this is something that drives you and your effort. Maybe a result of a therapy of some kind. But there are definitely rejuvenated emotions. There is healing. There is like self-made happiness, acceptance with the Nine of Cups here. And all of that result of that careful, patient, and very persistent effort here against your fears, right? This is the Strength card, but with this huge moon, it makes me think of the Moon card, Major Arcana, and this is facing your deepest fears as well. And deepest maybe meaning that they are rooted in your inner child, okay? So let's move to the right, okay? What I do think is, or I sense, is that you manifest your new beginning in the watery plane of your existence, primarily that represents emotions. But I always say this is absolutely more than emotions and feelings. This is healing, creativity, spirituality, like freedom. This is number one symbolically in the deck, and you have also the Ten of Wands, which is completions that allow new beginnings, right? Then you have the Magician card, which is number one, Major Arcana. By exercising strong willpower, that personal leadership, personal authority, not being afraid to experiment, try, learn, and also face your fears, you manifest that miraculous fresh start for you, okay? By letting go of the burden. For some of you, this burden is the childhood trauma. You offer yourself a wonderful cup of love and healing, okay? You transform inner conflict, some kind of a strife, okay, with the Five of Wands. 5 and 5, the Hierophant, 5 number of change. You transform inner conflict into wisdom. And like you manage to quiet yourself or this conflict down so you can listen to that higher insight, okay? You may be discovering or deepening your meditation practices perhaps, or simply like opening up to connect to the divine more. Maybe with that rejuvenated spirit inner child, that limited imagination allows you to do so finally. And your happiness is in the making, okay? It's still like ahead of you, but it's in the making. Three of Pentacles and the Sun. You are painting your happiness, okay? Look at this guy here. Like you're still designing and polishing it, but most important is that you chose contentment. You chose joy, peace of mind, well-being, success. So you engage into building the life that you desire with very conscious focus, okay? And you realize that it's really all in your hands and no one else's. And you have all the resources that you need. Life is as magical as you make it. It's as beautiful as you make it. Everything depends on you. It's about seizing your magic with the Magician, right? Recognizing the resources that you have and putting them into playful work, okay? You don't have to have everything figured out from the very beginning. You will learn as you explore, as you experiment, but it's important to start, right? So moving to the left, for some of you, June energy is very heavily focused on your material, and that includes, but is not limited to, monetary area of life, stability, your home, family, career growth, maybe business ownership for some of you, okay? With that Seven of Pentacles that we had here in the center is where that seed was planted, okay? and it needed time, patience, nurturing to allow it to sprout. So where the seed was planted, there will be an abundant crop if you tend to it appropriately, if you water it appropriately, with your commitment, with your creativity, you name, right? Or just water, maybe you are growing something, right? But you need to water it and tend to it. And it's not only the Ace of Cups, you also have the Queen of Pentacles. Even though it's the Queen of coins, every queen is aligned to that feminine watery energy. That's why I said when you water your seed, when you mother it, this is a mother-like energy with the Queen of Coins. But in this deck, she seems somewhat discontent, see, or maybe discouraged, maybe impatient, especially combined with the Five of Cups, which is a card of disappointment, emotional lack, regret, the Seven of Coins here. She really may be becoming impatient and discouraged that she's not seeing the results that she expected or as quick as she expected, okay? It feels kind of stagnant here. There's no movement and no growth, okay? But this Princess of Pentacles here, this is a page energy. It brings good news, a message, a good offer of some kind, maybe an investment opportunity. For some of you, this is a great idea that materializes in you. And this something that is brought by this page, it transforms the queen like victoriously into the King of Pentacles. Okay, so there's transformation. We have the Death card as well. From stagnation to movement. Like very fiery, very intense, very triumphant transformation that is represented by the Death card, the Phoenix rising. Okay, and remember that the energies here are not gender specific when I say queen or king, but the masculine energy of the king is about taking well calculated action, okay? He's mature, he's reasonable, he has that business and entrepreneur mindset, he recognizes opportunities, and he makes balanced, rational choices and investments of whatever kind. It doesn't have to be money. The King of Pentacles may mean career expansion for you. It may be a promotion, growth into a position of authority from this stagnation movement. Okay, into a position of power, ownership. The King of Pentacles is that provider energy. He's securing for himself, for others, okay? And the Queen of Pentacles is generous. And with the King energy, that generous Queen finally has enough to share. So her disappointment from the Five of Cups that may have been caused by lack of resources to give, and now she finally has resources to give and share. I hope that makes sense. For some of you, the Queen to the King of Pentacles means like a power couple, a destined connection. This may be love, but may be a strong business partnership. And for some of you, as I said, this is you just transforming like inactive energy into active, taking action, grabbing opportunities. Okay. So I'll leave it there, tarot-wise, and I hope that you enjoyed. I really hope these messages made sense. There may have been parts of separate messages, so take whatever is yours. And let's close your reading off with the Inner Star Oracle. Let's see what we have for June for you. And we will read the message from the guidebook. And again, if you enjoyed your time here, really warmly inviting you to like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think. And I hope that you will become a part of my little channel. So let's see what do we have for you, Leo. Natural cycles. Let's read the message from the guidebook for you. It's natural for you to experience different emotions, moods, and energy levels. Understand the importance of working with these shifts in energy rather than pushing to be in one desired state at all times. Connect with the seasons of death, rest, solitude, renewal, and letting go. This will help to balance yourself in a world which values light, action, movement, forward motion, and extroversion. Each cycle you go through is necessary and valuable, Accept where you are now and be gentle with yourself when it feels challenging. And your affirmation says, I allow myself to flow with my nature and cycles and understand my need to embody different seasons. I really like this because this change from the Queen to the King of Pentacles, it may be like a cycle change from the cycle of some kind of non-action, maybe growing, maturing, even though it's not the typical meaning of the Queen of Pentacles, but she is like, or it is, because she's sometimes presented as a pregnant woman, so there is something in the process of being created, and then it transformed, and it finally it gained momentum, it gained life. Okay? I hope what I said makes sense. I'll leave it to you to interpret. I really hope that you enjoyed. Have a happy June, and I will be seeing you soon. Bye bye.